We are live with a brand new, exciting episode of our weekly entertainment podcast, Spitball Media. We are going to spit out some big entertainment news, trailers, some topics. Huge. My name is John Draper. Shah, this is a huge night for the show. Huge.
Yeah, dude, so much is coming out and happening. It's a little overwhelming, to be honest. It's a good problem to have for people like us, but there is a lot going on, man.
Yeah, it certainly is, B. Show Brian. It's getting harder in the past couple of months to decipher between what's a must-go-to entertainment story and what's not.
I know. I'm trying to prioritize my movie-going experience, and I jokingly said to you guys in the chat, I'm going to have to get a jailbroken Fire Stick just to be able to watch everything. Not that I want to, but
yeah,
there's just way too much. And the funny thing, I think we talked about this before, but all the stuff that was getting attention like the first half of the year, like this is going to be the movie, this is going to be the movie, and there's like 57,000 other movies that are going to come out and blow them away. So
yeah, that's funny. Shah, did we do that off air where you sent us a thing with 25 must-watch movies that are coming out?
Oh, I think we're at like 37 now.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
37.
Yeah, 37 must-watch. And we're talking cross genres here, right? B? We're talking about horror, comedy, like legacy movies, comic-related things like
Action
sequels,
movies, yeah.
Action movies, yeah. I mean, it just doesn't stop, and it's so funny because I think, if I'm being honest, I'm fairly certain last year, the end of the year, early this year, we might have been like not exactly rah Shah about the year, and I think we're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I have the list in front of me. It's 37 of them. I mean, a decent amount of them came out. I believe maybe around 10 of them already came out.
Okay.
But we still have over 20 plus that have yet to be released. And, you know,
yeah,
it's, dude, we're over half of the year already. So
yeah.
Kind of
it's
crazy.
almost August. Yeah, it's almost
Really?
August, guys. If you're joining us for the first time, thanks for checking us out. We really appreciate it. But consider going to the Patreon page because we're giving so much content there month after month. We're giving exclusive content there. We have our signature question and answer shows that are quite popular with the Patreon audience. We have exclusive shows going back to Break the Apocalypse. We have solo shows. I mean, Shah, for $5 a month, we're pretty content heavy.
Yeah, we were actually talking about doing some like themed shows instead of some Q&As sometimes. So that might be on Patreon. We might do some of them for free. You know, we're going to be switching some things up here and there.
Yeah.
Keeping this, you know, obviously same as the theme of the movies and all that. But yeah, sign up for Patreon, man. We've got a bunch of different shows. We've all done solo shows. There's Q&As, all kinds of shit out there.
And B-Show, thank you for helping me with my deep thoughts last weekend.
Oh, no, that show was awesome. I ended up listening to it while I was changing out some light fixtures outside. Very good. I mean, varied in subjects, some personal stuff, some entertaining stuff. I think everyone should go check it out. And I'm glad you liked the Jack Handy intro that I made for the show.
I died. For those of you wondering what the hell we're talking about, go to patreon.com/Spitball Media for just $5. There's a ton of fun stuff happening there. I recorded a solo show. I went deep. I went pretty deep. And you know what? I got feedback from a couple people. I don't have their permission, so I never talk about that. But a couple people hit me up about some of the stuff I talked about. And I appreciate that shit. I really do. B-Show, who the fuck do we got in the chat? I feel like there's a lot of people chilling in the chat right now.
Got quite a few. We got Chris Matthews, Slave Cheeks, Joe Punches, Terrell, Rich Dow, Robbie Desarius. Did I mention Slave Cheeks?
Yes. Yeah. What's up, Robbie? Oh, Robbie, thank you. Robbie just mentioned the solo show on Saturday. Thank you, Robbie. So please consider going there. And again, you know, it's $5. Shah, it's so affordable for that kind of content where people are just jacking their prices up left and right for everything in entertainment.
Yeah, we've stayed at $5, and we don't plan on changing it now. So definitely check it out. $5 a month will get you plenty. John might even remake the Longlegs movie, and you know we'll call it Long Balls or something. He's always talking about it.
I'm just
do that with your nutsack.
So we're going to talk about Longlegs in a minute because Mike from Necromaniacs just hit me up before we were on the air. But Shah, I believe, is going to see it tomorrow. But you know, B-Show did a great takedown a little bit on a couple weeks ago after he saw it. I saw it again last weekend. But yeah, please consider going patreon.com/Spitball Media. $5 a month. Thank you, Chris Matthews. He enjoyed the solo shows. He loves all of our solo shows. Robbie's pointed out his 7 Canadian. Thank you, Robbie. That's not our fault, though, Robbie. Robbie, that's not our fault. It's not our fault. But thank you guys for being so generous with your time. And of course, if you're in the Patreon, we're going to let the Q&A run into next week. It's the middle of the week, so we're going to next weekend we're going to bring out the Q&A. Not this weekend. Plenty of time there. Show, have you peeped the Q&A yet?
I have not. I have not. So we're going to get quite a surprise.
It should be interesting. But thank you guys for checking us out on the free. Consider going to the Patreon, and thanks for everybody chilling in the chat. Now, speaking of Longlegs, I just want to get this out of the way because we have a dick ton of stuff that we're going to be talking about tonight. I initially, if you weren't aware of this, I initially had some plot issues. B-Show had similar issues, but his show fleshed it out way better than anything I talked about, his solo show about it. But I think we both came to the conclusion, B-Show, that we thought it was an awesome movie at the end of the day. We just had some issues with some storyline and some other things.
Yeah, there was a lot I loved about it. In fact, I saw something posted online about ties between that and Twin Peaks, which made me like it a little bit less. But I still like it. I think it's really good, even if you have issues with the plot, and you should go see it. Though I did feel vindicated. Chunky Larry on TikTok did a review and said he went and watched it twice because he felt like you and I. And then he said, I'm completely vindicated. He feels the same exact way after watching it again.
So a similar thing, and Shah is going to see it tomorrow, correct, Shah? I just want to be clear for the people in the chat and such.
I'm going to see it tomorrow night. I don't think I'm going to see Maxine at the theater anymore. I think I'm just going to wait for it to come out. I think the physical is coming out like next month or something. So
yeah, I think you're making a good choice because I really want to get your feedback for this. I'm sure we'll bring it up again. I went and saw it again early Saturday morning after I recorded my solo show, and I was blown away. I really was. I texted the two of them in the parking lot, and I said, "Yeah, it's phenomenal." There was something about seeing that a second time that really, like, I don't know, B-Show. I feel like it's very rewatchable. But also, everything still felt fresh to me. Like I felt like I was a little maybe hard on it the first time. I have completely capitulated in my review. I will say, as of right now, it is my favorite horror film of the year. Absolutely.
Wow.
100%. But I think that title is going to go away very soon. But I think it's going to be in my top 5 for sure. B-Show, would you consider a second showing after what you and I talked about with the on the private there when we were talking about offline?
Absolutely. And I think you touched on it maybe on the solo show. I'm not sure. But, the whole point about we watch sometimes with a little too critical an eye instead of just sitting back and taking it in. And I think that affects my viewing sometimes too. So really, really good point. You got to check out John's solo show. So yeah, I would definitely watch it a second time. In fact, I want to, and I'm probably going to wait till it comes out on digital. Is it like September? It's coming out on physical. I know that.
Yeah, I sent an email to you. I sent a message about the physical. But B-Show, I think the second time you see it, you're going to be like, yeah, okay, I'm in a different headspace with it. Now, Shah, can I ask you a quick question? Then we'll move on. Has anyone ruined this movie for you yet?
They have not. I've seen some screen caps that.
Okay.
I guess I shouldn't get into it because it might be spoilers. But there's like some kind of entity maybe or something that's hidden, kind of ish. I don't really know what's going on. So I'm gonna check it out for myself. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are posting screen caps of it, so that's kind of like the only minor spoilers I've seen.
Okay.
Nothing about the plot though, so I don't.
Oh,
I really don't.
Yeah. Good. So that I'm excited for you to see it without anybody ruining it for you, because that's important. Shout out to the Bayou Geeks. Our friend Fateh 316 is with us. Joe Punches said, I think, you see more details when you miss it the second time around. 100%. It's a very rewatchable movie. And I just want to say, I don't know when they're doing this. It might be next week. Mike from the Necromaniacs podcast, Mike and Human, my brother, he just saw it tonight. He loved it. He said there's some things you got to kind of check the plot a little bit. That's a little silly, but he thought it was great. He loved the way they used music. He thought everyone in it was great. He thought Nicolas Cage was ridiculously good. And I believe next week, I'm not 100%, but I think Necromaniacs is going to be doing, they do full depth reviews there, B-Show. So for people that have seen it, I think that would be a good thing to check out.
I love listening to them after I watch a movie because they pick up on some stuff that I don't. And it's nice to see that. And you mentioned something, too, about music. That was one thing I thought was really good about the movie that I didn't even mention. Like, there's some Rob Zombie movies that I'll watch that I don't like, but he selects music for them so well
He
that
does.
it
He
just
does.
adds another dimension to it. So yeah, good call.
He does. And Shah, I'm curious of what you're going to say about two things unrelated to plot whatsoever. I really want to get your opinion on the cinematography because there are some shots in there that, like B show, there's a shot where there's a storm coming and it's a wide shot where they're walking to like a, I mean, I'm like, oh my God, like how did they get this shot for a $10 million budget? And Shah, also the score. The score is so eerie and specific. I'm dying to get your opinion. I feel like you're going to go out and buy it that day.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see it. I can pretty much guarantee one thing without even watching it, that it's probably going to take an immaculate spot, which is my number one horror of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, not much has come out yet. We've only gotten The Omen, I think, Immaculate, In a Violent Nature.
Yeah, but
Late
I
Night
also
with the Devil.
Late Night with the Devil and Oddity. For you guys, we talked about Oddity. We watched the trailer. People are going crazy for Oddity. Unfortunately, it's not playing nationally the way it should be. I have one showing a week in my area, but somebody said there are two scenes in Oddity that are by far the scariest scenes of the year. B-Show, that's that movie that's sort of a derivative of that Caveat movie with the weird artifact or whatever.
Yeah, like the mannequin at the dinner table thing we watched.
Yes.
And I think you sent the link over. That debuted with a perfect Rotten Tomatoes score too.
Yeah, did you see that shot? Oddity is blowing the fuck up right now.
I actually I watched the review of it, a spoiler-free review, and the guy said, he was like, dude, I haven't been scared by a movie in almost a decade. And he was like, this movie scared me shitless. I almost shit my pants.
Oh, fuck.
So again, this isn't just like a random quote from some random person. This is somebody that I watch on the regular, so I kind of trust him. So if he says that, it kind of hypes it up for me, man. So I hope it's not a letdown, because that's what I also don't like about, people criticizing and putting these movies up so high, because the expectation sometimes doesn't meet it, and it just and I think honestly Longlegs is suffering from that a lot, because I see a lot of people complaining about it, saying it's good, but it's not exactly what they expected. And I think it has to do with those quotes, scariest movie of all time, and it's kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, I want to point out, as of right now, Longlegs is a $10 million budget. Okay, guys, that's half of what most of the horror movies we've seen in the last few years budget was. Half, right? 56 million global B show. I mean, it's a bona fide hit. No getting around it.
That is on par with the success of the 1980s slasher movies like Friday the 13th, Halloween, where they were made for 5-10 million. They made 20 to 40. I mean, if anything, these movies are super successful, and I hate to say because it's so fucking overblown, but like a renaissance of horror movies. I mean, there's so much good shit out there right now. There's so many different types of movies that if you don't like Blumhouse, if you don't like James Wan, if you don't like movies like that are big studio stuff, you can go see A24, Neon, these other smaller distributors that are knocking it out of the fucking park.
Even Shudder, they're doing a bunch of exclusives.
Shudder is doing a lot
of films.
Shah, how close do you think Neon is to kind of knocking on that door of A24? I feel like this really is cementing it.
Dude, I really think they're right there, man. I mean, they got classics like Parasite. Didn't they do Mandy? I think they did Mandy.
Yes, they did. Yeah, I think they did Mandy as well. Yeah.
They've done a lot of films, dude. They did Pig with Nicolas Cage a couple years ago.
Phenomenal. Love that movie. Saw it in theaters.
Yeah. So they're up there, man. I mean, especially this year, dude. They're coming strong. Cuckoo, Longlegs, Immaculate. Like, those are three fucking heavy hitters.
Wait, they have Immaculate?
Yeah, they did Immaculate. Yeah.
I didn't. Bisha, did you know that they did Immaculate? Immaculate was a big success.
Yeah, they did Immaculate.
Only because Shah brought it up, but I mean, I think
so. They got three huge box office.
That's what I was saying last week. A24 has 3 coming out this year, and same with Neon. Neon has Longlegs, Immaculate, and fucking Cuckoo, and A24 has The Front Room, Heretic, and
we're forgetting another huge.
No, it's called The Heretic. That's what it's called.
Is it Heretic?
No, it's Heretic.
Oh, that was Heretic.
I think.
We're splitting hairs on that.
But yeah, Front Room, The Heretic, or whatever it's called, and Maxine. Those are
and Maxine. And Maxine did very well. Maxine was super successful. I think had it come out a different time of year, we would be talking more about Maxine. Yeah. But whatchamacallit? Rich Dow, yes, we will never spoil a movie in this ever. Never. Right, B show. Like we're kind of very That's like an orthodoxy I think the three of us have.
Yeah, I think we give enough details to give you the gist, but we don't try to spoil everything. And I did ask the chat what their favorite movie was so far.
Oh, yeah, what do we got?
Joe Punches says Longlegs, and then In a Violent Nature.
It's probably mine.
Mr. Isaacs, what's up, man?
What's up, Mr. Isaacs?
He knows we didn't like it much, but he loved Late Night with the Devil. I can understand.
I love the lead performance. I would love for that guy to get some recognition for that. I thought he was great.
Yeah, Chris Matthews says The Book of Clarence. Are you guys familiar with that one?
The Book of Clarence, is that movie where the guy's friends with Jesus? Who's like a black apostle? I feel like yes, he is. I know that. Yeah, I saw that.
Sounds
trailer.
cool.
Yeah, that looked pretty fucking funny actually. But I don't know that it was like a big national film. Yeah, Pig was great. I loved Pig. First Omen. My brother Mike loved the First Omen. Joe Punches. My brother Mike loved it. Said it was very good. Not what he expected. Thought it got a bad rap. Neither one of you have seen First Omen, right?
No.
Okay, it is on Peacock, I believe. Robbie's
got
got
it pre-ordered. I think
you
it's
pre-ordered?
I'll have it next week, so I'll definitely be watching it next week sometime.
Yeah, Robbie's got Longlegs, Immaculate Shah, and then A Violent Nature. When me and B Shah, I have a feeling we're both gonna like Immaculate. I love Sydney Sweeney, and I love movies about Satan. So
yeah, you guys gotta watch that, dude.
It's coming to Max in like a month, not even a month.
It? Yeah, definitely watch that. I watched that a couple months ago. I really liked it. It wasn't what I expected at all.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Love Lies Bleeding, the director of Saint Maud, which was a Neon movie shot, was it? Or that was at A24?
A24.
Love Lies Bleeding was A24 as well, I believe. That is now on HBO Max. I suggest people checking it out. It's a very strange film, unique movie, a very odd ending, but definitely a good movie to watch. Maybe one of like an understated film. But these guys need to check that out. And then Bisha, wasn't there another horror? Abigail is now on Peacock, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
Yeah, so Shah, you got Abigail's another top movie. Who
was telling me the other night they did a double feature, Abigail and then
Love Lies Bleeding?
Megan
and Abigail? Oh, that's funny. Wow.
From the Old Guy Metalcast. His name escapes me right
is that
now.
right? Okay.
I feel fucking terrible.
Oh, Jamie?
No. I'll have to look it up because he messaged me specifically, and now I feel like an asshole for not remembering.
Well, there's no shortage of good things to watch. And before we get to
about Blaze?
Who else was on the show with them?
Just them two, I think.
I don't know.
Bobby Blades and
James Gruesome. Sorry.
Oh, James Gruesome. Oh, I know James Gruesome.
Sorry, buddy.
He's from the Old Guy Metalcast? I thought that was Jamie and Bobby Blades.
I thought he was.
I don't know that he's from the Old Guy Metalcast.
Oh, I thought he was a fellow podcaster. My bad.
No. James doesn't do a podcast.
Robbie's saying Abigail would have been better if they could have kept the second part of the movie a secret. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I'm curious to see what these guys think of Abigail. It was well made. It's fun, but it's not a barn burner. But speaking of barn burners, we are on the cusp of probably one of the biggest opening weekends of all time. That is a shoot, brother. As we speak right now, tens of thousands, if not more people, are lining up to see what is undoubtedly going to be a monstrous opening. We're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, this highly anticipated, seemingly slam dunk that is going to put Marvel back in the lexicon, more so because it's one of the only R-rated properties they've ever connected their studios to. As we speak right now, Deadpool and Wolverine are already breaking box office records. Bisha, we're talking about big opening here. Maybe the biggest R-rated opening of all time.
This makes me feel so fucking good. According to Deadline, Deadpool and Wolverine to tear up the world with $360 million global opening.
Jesus Christ. Shah, that's like, come on, man. This is like Inside Out, Pixar money.
Yeah, I mean, for a guy that's not even into Marvel movies, this is one that I would actually watch. You think it's going to hit $1 billion, though, 100%, right?
Oh, they think $1.5 billion easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said $1.5 billion when all said and done. Plus, it is already tracking to be the highest grossing R-rated comedy ever because it's technically a comedy. It's a comic book movie, but it's an R, but it has R. If you've seen the Deadpool movies, you know why. Bisha, they're filthy. I mean, they're filthy movie.
They're amazing. I just went back and watched the second one, and it's heavy.
Amazing.
And as emotional as that movie made me fucking cry. And in between, it is fucking hilarious. Just the banter and yeah.
They're looking at $1 billion and a half. I actually bought tickets for 9 a.m. IMAX with my kids. This is our tradition. We go see Deadpool. Backwards Baron Corbin is in the house. Joe Punches is on his way tonight to see it in 4D. My God. I mean,
Shit.
this is, I don't even know. Just forget it. I mean, Inside Out 2 right now, B Show is at somewhere about $1.5 billion, right? Something like that, $1.7 billion.
Something like that.
Yeah, like outrageous. But that's a G-rated movie, Shah. That is a G-rated movie for children.
I think that's around what Super Mario and Barbie did last year, right?
Yeah. But again,
and Guardians did over $1 billion last year.
Guardians did over $1 billion. Yeah, most certainly did. But that's Guardians. Just like this is a franchise. I don't think it had this opening. It came close to anything like this opening weekend, P-Show. I have a feeling this is it. I mean, this is going to be the ceiling now.
It is, and the amazing thing is, after all the movies where they wanted to make it something different and take Marvel in a different direction, and it's going to be Deadpool and Wolverine, a raunchy, R-rated buddy cop movie, is going to be the one that fucking brings it back. That's fucking poetic justice.
Yeah. Shah, apparently early on, they immediately did not try to get anything but an R rating because they didn't want to take out any of the vulgarity and hyper violence. Apparently it's a gore fest of just Wolverine cutting, like pulling people in half. Like, it's going to have everything in it.
Well, I hope they take the same approach as WWE. They seem like when they're going to Netflix, they're kind of going hard again. So
yeah, they are. They clearly are.
That would draw me back, honestly. Like if Marvel movies were a little edgier, I'd probably watch them. I don't hate the concept. It's just too little kiddish for me because I didn't grow up on the comic books, so like it's hard to get into it as an adult.
No, that makes sense.
But if it was edgier, I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, they're saying it did 1.462 billion. Thank you, Backwards Baron Corbin. I just like saying Backwards Baron Corbin because Norab Nibrock is a little harder, but it's going to be great. Clearly, we'll be talking about this next weekend. I'm excited. My kids are very excited. B-Show, I think this is going to put an end to the Marvel MCU is dead. I don't know how you have that conversation anymore after this weekend.
Unless they decide to continue on with the movies like Agatha and all those that they want to continue making. I mean, honestly, this could be like a bright spot in the. It's to me, it's like, what's that movie with De Niro, Awakenings, where he takes the drug and he wakes up from his catatonia and then he slowly slips back into the sickness. I hope it doesn't go that way, and I hope this wakes up like Disney and it wakes up everybody else, even DC, who I think you said doesn't even have a spot at the Comic-Con this year.
No, they're not doing a panel because they're too busy with Superman. That's the only reason why, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, but to be honest, I mean, everything's been lacking as far as Star Wars, Marvel, DC. I mean, they've tried with DC, but just nothing good in the direction Disney's taking their films. And hopefully this is a wake-up call. Yeah. And hopefully to the investors, too, because if the board is like, hey, this movie made $1.5 billion, and Agatha's slated to lose 30, and Star Wars is getting hammered on Rotten Tomatoes, like, we need to change direction, then, hey, hopefully this is it.
Now, also, Shah, I want to point out that they were quick this week at Comic-Con to point out that Marvel is also doing Blade is happening, and it is R-rated, and the Daredevil TV show, which will be on Disney Plus, is their first R-rated TV show. So they got nothing but the R coming out now. I mean, really, they're putting money behind adult entertainment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It reminds me of what WWE's kind of doing now. And again, that might bring me back. I'm not going to get Disney Plus just for Marvel or anything. I'm not that invested into it. But if I see it somewhere, I'd probably watch some of these. I mean, definitely the Deadpool one because I do enjoy Deadpool.
Yeah,
I've seen the first one. I've never seen the second one. But...
You would love the second one. It's even better. It's way funnier.
Is it?
Filthy. It's filthy. It's filthy.
Yeah, I like the first one. I actually owned the first one. It was a blind buy.
Yeah, they're rewatchable movies. They're quotable. Ryan Reynolds is great. There's also a lot of surprises in this. A lot of Easter eggs. I'm sure they'll all get ruined by tomorrow. But for now, let's just let it enjoy. I'm sure we'll be talking about this next week. But boy, we got banger trailers that came out this week. Holy entertainment gods. I want to start, if we can, with what I think is a movie being slept on tremendously. And I'm talking about the follow-up to the wildly successful, multiple Oscar award-winning Joker. We are getting that big bucks box office Joker slight musical with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, another R-rated comic book, not a comedy, that's for sure. And they just released a brand new trailer for it, and we're gonna talk a little bit about it now.
2 years ago, the name Arthur Fleck hit Gotham like a hurricane.
He's so fucking good.
They believe Arthur Fleck to be some kind of martyr. Well, he's not. There's a monster.
That voice isn't Jeffrey Tambor, is it?
No.
Dude, Joaquin is so fucking good.
So locked in. So locked
When I
in.
first saw Joker, when I saw you,
She is so much cuter than people give her credit for.
I agree.
for once
I
in
agree.
my life,
It's just
I
major
didn't feel
sex
so
appeal.
alone anymore.
Let's pause it. Let's pause it because right off the bat, Shah, I love how dark this fucking tone looks and the color of this fucking movie.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a dark love story. It's probably going to be very violent. I love Joaquin, and I'll give her credit. I love Lady Gaga in
She's great.
American Horror Story. I thought she did great.
She's great. Yeah, she's great.
People don't give her enough credit. I think she's going to do a very good job at being Harley Quinn. So I'm excited, dude. Right off the bat, like this is. Remember last week when we watched Beetlejuice, and I was so invested from the first second. It's almost like, similar to that.
Yeah, that first shot of which clearly is probably New York. Obviously, B show, it's not New York, it's Gotham. But B show, even look at the color here. Like it looks like a 70s, dare I say, grindhouse color scheme.
I was gonna say, yeah, grimy, and similar to what I said about Longlegs is like that amber type of filter that they have over a lot of stuff. It reminds me of an old halogen fucking light outside somewhere at night. And I was talking to someone else about this too. Like, go back to the 80s. Like, give me the brown McDonald's drive-through with the fucking pictures faded by the sun instead of all this like LED board shit everywhere. Just the style of the 50s and the 60s being colorful, even with browns and oranges and yellows, is just so much more appealing than everything being an off-white beige color right now.
Oh, for sure. All right, we might have to stop this at least one more time. We don't want to get strike here, but let's continue on with this just really nerve-wracking kind of trailer. Shh. Oh my God.
Oh, God. How about you, Arthur?
Oh shit! I thought that was Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Showtime.
The whole world small.
God damn.
Yeah, dude, this movie.
You can do anything you want.
The sun comes.
You're Joker.
Look at all these people.
Oh my God.
I will no longer allow any of you to stop your sighing. To keep me down. Be happy again.
All right, let's pause it. I feel like we're gonna get a strike. I don't know, Shah. As it gets deeper into it, I want it to last longer and longer.
To be honest with you, dude, this looks cinematically perfect. Like the shots are just look at this. These are all fucking perfect frames,
Yeah.
And I know it's the trailer, they're gonna put the best of the best in there, but still though, you can tell whoever directed this, man, they took their time, they had a vision, and I'm into it, man. I'm definitely into this.
Yeah, for sure. B show, we really don't know about the plot, honestly. And I look, we're making it's suggested, but I don't know the fuck. I mean, I have an idea, but I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean?
The thing I like about it, and this might make some comic book nerds, and I say that with affection, might make some comic book nerds upset. I like the fact that they're departing from the what we think of as a traditional Harley Quinn and Joker. because it's freeing them up to do shit like this. Like, if you take the Batman animated series where that's, moo, hello, Holly, and then, Mr. J, like, you're not going to get this. This is something completely different.
And it works in the context of that cartoon. You can't do that in a hard R, grimy, fucking, universe. And Joe Punches is saying too, Shah, this is interesting too. We don't know what's real. Most of this literally all could take place in their minds, and none of this is real.
I wonder if Robert De Niro's in this again. I would love a cameo from him.
Well, if the hole in his head healed, he blew his fucking brains out on television.
Oh, did he? I don't even remember that.
But
Shah,
that's interesting.
He blew his brains out on TV.
I don't even remember that, dude. I gotta rewatch it. I saw it at the theater.
It's one of the best scenes of all time. Where what does he say, Bisho? Like, learn your fucking lesson. So, like, he said something really good.
It's a joke. He's like, you want to hear a joke? No. He says, what happens when you treat a mentally ill something with something? And he says, what? Exactly what you fucking deserve, and just blasts him.
You get exactly what you fucking deserve, and he shoots him right in the face.
Damn, I gotta rewatch the Joker. I saw it at the theater, and I haven't rewatched it since.
Oh, it's so good. All right, let's
I pretty much just remember the ending. The ending I remember.
Where he's like laughing in the blood. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
All right, let's see
the
what
whole
else
ending with everyone just going batshit crazy.
Oh, the rioting, absolutely. And by the way, guys, this is like a month before Election Day, so.
Listen, that we're not giving the people what they want.
Look at this.
It's okay, baby. Let's give the people what they want.
Oh. It looks like the fucking Carol Burnett show.
Annie and Marie. Honey and Spare.
Yeah.
Okay, here.
I love it.
Cold-blooded, Jesus.
All right.
Yeah, he's such a fucking psychopath. He was so real.
Yo, I'm sorry. I just stopped me in my tracks. I'm sweating. Jesus Christ! How are people sleeping on this, Josh? Seriously, is it because there's so much else? I can't stop thinking about this fucking movie now.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of hype behind, the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. I don't hear anybody talking about this, and this was announced way before that. Again, I'm not, too deep into the comic book culture. I don't know if it's like a DC and Marvel thing. I don't know if Marvel has a larger following, but I don't hear anybody talking about Joker.
How could you not? Would see that fucking trailer? B-show,
do you see people talking about it? I don't see shit on it.
I see nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares right now.
Anybody have a cigarette? I mean, that just, oh my God, it just builds and builds, and it's so good. Like you said, Sonny and Cher, that's what I was searching for when I said Carol Burnett.
Yeah,
but
Sonny and Cher.
Jesus Christ, it's like if you see two fucking junkies just half passed out on Kensington, but in their head, it's like this romantic, fantastical musical love story.
A variety hour.
Singing with Tom Jones.
Kensington Variety Hour. We should call this episode. But Shah, first of all, Joaquin Phoenix looks like he's walking into another Academy Award.
Oh, dude, 100%, fucking 100%. Did you just see that trailer? If he doesn't get one, I feel like he would get robbed, man. Because this is next level, man.
Could he conceivably be the first actor of all time to win multiple Academy Awards for the same character? B-show, I say yes.
You know what they should do? Just like they did with her and Bradley Cooper, had him do the duet at the fucking Academy Awards. They should let him and her in costume do whatever big musical number.
He's way too method to do that. He ain't.
Yeah, I know, but come on, that'd be amazing.
I'll make a prediction right now. They both get nominated. He probably will not win because they just probably don't want to do that again. But she might win. Shah. She might fucking win. Can you imagine she wins her first Academy Award for playing Harley Quinn? After Margot Robbie was synonymous with this character in multiple movies, has infinitely, I'm not to be a dick, but has infinitely more sex appeal. It's not a popularity contest. She just does. and Lady Gaga walks away being like the second person to play that character. Mind you, oh, wait a minute, guys. Hold on a second. We're also forgetting Ledger won it for playing the same character.
Ooh,
that
wow.
would be 3
Yeah, he did.
Academy Awards for 2 actors. And
Wait a
it's
minute,
the
did Nicholson get anything?
Didn't even get nominated. Didn't even get nominated.
Fuck that.
Didn't even get nominated. No. Shah, I could see it. I don't know what's going to happen, but I could see it.
I think it's going to happen. Honestly, I mean,
Jesus.
like, as far as acting, man, what else is topping this year?
We're gonna find out.
Can we name anything? There's no Killers of the
Nothing
Flower
I've seen.
Moon coming out.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
I mean, Beetlejuice isn't defeating this, you know. Like,
No, there's no hard drama.
yeah,
Actor. Maybe that's why. Maybe people are like, I don't want to go against this fucking guy. This guy's gonna kill it. Todd Phillips and I mean, I think they'll make a third for sure. I love the fact that they're keeping this. Dare I say the word urban? Because it's city streets, it's homelessness, it's craziness. B-show that's not superhero lore. Harvey Dent is in the movie. That was Brandon Gleeson, a wonderful Irish character actor there, who's been nominated for many awards playing that security guard. You guys have probably seen him in 100 movies. But B-show, we don't need Batman. We don't need Batman in this.
No, and I was actually wondering because I saw the spoiler leak that there's another, like there's a villain cameo. I didn't realize it was Harvey Dent, but
Harvey Dent, yeah.
God damn.
Well,
Like
no, excuse me, B-show. It's Harvey Dent, not necessarily Two-Face. It's Harvey Dent as the prosecutor.
Yeah, Harvey Dent. But and here's the thing, like if anyone, like especially, I'm not to rag on comic book nerds. This is the second time I'm doing this, but people don't like departures. Would you rather have the Joel Schumacher Batman and Robin with Mr. Freeze with Arnold Schwarzenegger, or would you rather have something like this that is so fucking highbrow but
I
so
think you should
good?
have both. Give that to the plebeians. Let the artistic people, let the artsy people go see Joker, right, Shah? I feel like you could have both. It's a huge universe. They don't overlap. Well, you can have both.
yeah. I've always been fascinated with the Joker character and different people playing it. I think that's been very interesting. Just watching, Nicholson do it, and then fucking, Heath Ledger, and now you got Joaquin Phoenix. But honestly, I think Joaquin is probably my favorite variation of the Joker.
Oh yeah, I think
And
so.
I know-
And Heath Ledger's amazing. We'll never like.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to say Heath Ledger, but for me personally, like Joaquin, I think he's a little bit more terrifying. Like I'm legitimately scared of
He's
his fucking
uncomfortable.
character.
Yeah, he's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is uncomfortable. It's kind of like
Yeah,
disturbing.
it's
Whereas Heath Ledger was more psychopathic, where this guy is just like disturbing.
Yeah, Heath Ledger, I think, was more brilliant. Would you say, B-show? Like Heath Ledger's Joker was just so much smarter. This one is just so diabolical. Like he's frightening.
Yeah,
It's
and like
goth.
it's all mental illness, and like it's weird. There's a weird bridge. Like you had Nicholson in the cartoony-ish, even though those were very good, Batman, and then you had to get cartoony even more so with Joel Schumacher's movies. Then you had Ledger as like a foot in both worlds, right? He was psychotic, he was grungy, he was different, he was sick, but it was still a superhero movie. Now it's a complete character study on the decline of this Joker character's, what is it, Arthur Fleck, his mental illness in this situation, and it's like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon, man. It's awesome.
Yeah. And Chris Matthews, his name is, I think it's Brandon Gleeson. His son is also an actor who is another ginger. He's in a lot of stuff too. The Penguin in Batman is currently being played by Colin Farrell, who was the co-star in The Banshees of Inisherin, which was a huge Academy Award movie. But speaking of banger trailers, woof, sweating. Our friends, the Terrifier camp, dropped their fucking first trailer of what I think is going to be a very, very big film. We're talking about Terrifier 3, Christmas themed. They gave us a gore fest 90-second maybe trailer, B-show. I mean, it's not long, but they gave you a lot in this. B-show, do we have it ready to go? Because this motherfucker, we're just going to let roll.
Right here.
All right, this is the trailer, the first real trailer. There was a teaser. This is the first real trailer for the upcoming, highly anticipated Terrifier 3.
Oh, God. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Damn, Shah. What are your thoughts there? Whoa.
Well, first of all, I love the Blood Angel at the end. The shape kind of looks like Pazuzu, like the Pazuzu statue from the Exorcist
wow.
movie.
Okay.
I don't know if they meant to do that, but that's what it reminded me of as soon as I saw the Blood Angel.
Blood Angel. Look at this visual.
The music,
Ooh.
dude, that music at the end, fucking sold me immediately. Like that's, and I think the second one kind of had a similar sound. If I can
Similar,
recall
yeah.
correctly. Tell me that's not Pazuzu, dude.
I thought it looked like the Wu-Tang symbol, actually.
No, that's Pazuzu, man. Yo,
it does look like
Bisho,
Pazuzu.
type in a Pazuzu statue.
See if you can pull. We know how to spell Pazuzu off the top of our head.
I think I may, John. Come on, give me a little more.
I don't know. Oh, Football Foley's chilling with us. Thank you, Football Foley.
But it looks great though. It looks violent. It looks gross. Everything that I kind of would expect from a Terrifier movie. And I think it's gonna do well, man. I mean, I'm hearing more about this movie than. I mean, that's not the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, now that you said it. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize the wings. What were you saying there, Shah?
I honestly, I'm hearing more about Terrifier than Joker, which is kind of scary.
Yeah. B-Show, I think they're going to deliver here again.
I think so too. And I was worried they were going to, get into third movie syndrome where it's starting to get big. And how do you top this? One thing I definitely liked about it, other than what you guys have already mentioned, is there were some scenes with Sienna, Christmas sweater, lights. Very much reminded me of the scenes in the sorority house of Black Christmas, and I'm sure that was no coincidence there. So I don't know, man. I liked number one. Really liked number two.
Yeah, I like number one. Love to.
Everything from the music to the grittiness, and then art, obviously, just being over the top, ridiculous, really makes it. Because if you did it with another character, I don't know if it would work. The fact that it's a mime who's out of his mind and like laughing about all the shit he's doing, it's almost like Shah said, like a demon or something other.
Well, we're supposed to learn more. I don't want to spoil anything, but we're supposed to learn more about what art is.
Yeah. This is like the backstory, essentially.
Yeah, this is So that's going to be great, and none of us know. Like none of us know what the fuck's going on. Can we pull up the poster because I want to get Shah's opinion on the poster. The poster was getting shared by like everybody. People were not. Somebody sent me a DM on Facebook and said, "Just asking because I think you might know. Is this a real poster or a fan poster?" I said, "No, this is the official poster." And they said, "I'm buying this immediately." Shah, what do you think of this poster? I mean, if we could blow it up, possibly.
Yeah, actually, I posted it myself today. I love the poster. It's colorful. It's Christmassy. It's bloody. It reminds me of like the old school posters too that you would see on the VHS cover. So I definitely appreciate. And the dead Santa, look at that in the front, man. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, dead Santa in the front, and the girl from the first one all burned up, all fucked up. B-Show, I know you want this poster.
I think so. Yeah. The other thing I noticed, it's hard to see on this. Did you notice how she looks like Jesus with the crown of thorns and the white sheet?
No, I didn't pick that up at all. Now I can't stop thinking about it. Oh God, this is going to be. Look, guys, I think this is going to be enormous.
Yeah, I noticed that when I saw it too.
I didn't notice it. I think this is going to be enormous. Football Foley said all that trailer needed to be was 1 minute. 100% Football Foley. And the kill, Chris Matthews, like the kills show the top. It's so fun. Yeah, you know what is, Shah? I think the thing why I think people like this franchise is because it's so over the top that it doesn't make you uncomfortable, that you laugh at the violence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it took the old school formula from the 80s and kind of put it on steroids. Because it's similar to Dead Alive as far as violence. Like, you don't watch Dead Alive and think it's a scary movie. It's so over the top that it's just like almost becomes a comedy. It becomes like a dark comedy. And also, art is a very charismatic.
Yeah, it's fun.
Gimmick. Like, I can see why people gravitated towards that. I think this is going to be like a legendary fucking villain for years to come, dude. I think you're gonna end up seeing fucking 12 of these movies eventually. No, I'm serious. Like Friday the 13th and Halloween. Like I see this doing the same deal.
Yeah, I think so. And B-Show, I got to tell you, I do feel like possibly they kept the tone of the previous movies and didn't turn it into like a like I don't want to say mainstream, never was going to be mainstream. You know what I mean? But I feel like that to me looks just as gritty as the first one and the second one.
Yeah, we've talked before about A Nightmare on Elm Street, and I've always said Freddy becomes like Johnny Carson after a few movies. They didn't do
green
that
with
here.
Claws, they said. They said Shecky Green with claws.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what they used to say.
But you know what? We also mentioned earlier on when production was still early on this that Damien had talks with big studios to produce the movie, and he decided to keep it independent because he didn't want to sacrifice his vision. So kudos to him for that. It looks like it turned out well.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be any sort of religious backlash, especially this new swinging back of the pendulum where there's a lot more right-wing stuff?
I think it's so over the top that it's so silly. You know, if we didn't get it for, Immaculate, and we didn't get it for The Omen, and we're not getting it for Longlegs, why the fuck would we get it for Art the Clown? I just like, to me, it's just, you disagree.
And
Shah?
I'll tell you, man, Immaculate gets deep with religion. Like, I'm surprised that didn't get enough backlash because
didn't get any. Really?
I was honestly shocked that people weren't offended. I don't want to spoil anything, but when you see the ending, you'll be like, oh, they went there. Like it's a weird.
Look, we could be wrong. We don't know, but let's see what happens in October. Shout out to UGZ joined us. Chris Matthews said the scene from 2 in the bedroom alone still blows my mind. Oh, with the salt. Yeah, that was just fucking great. Speaking of great, I got to tell you, this next trailer we're going to play is really, really kind of resonating with me because I saw this long form trailer for it over the weekend again. And I'm very, very excited because I feel like they've done a great job with this trailer, just like with Longlegs. I'm talking about another Neon movie, which is coming out very soon, called Cuckoo. They just released, I believe, the final trailer this week, and we're just going to do a brief review of that because I think this is going to be a movie we're going to be talking about at the end of the year for sure. I'm very confident in that. So this is the final. Please let me in right now! Please let me in!
I'm police investigator Henry Lando. I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident. I need you to help me find that woman.
How was your first day, my dear?
Not good.
The closer you come to where we are now, the amount of people that have encountered the woman increases.
Okay, let's stop it.
We're going to see some action.
Okay, another thing shot right off the bat. Tone. Look at this fucking color palette. Like another dark, uncomfortable, unsettling, creepy music, and you don't really know what you're watching, right? You don't.
Yeah, look at the blue tint. I mean, look at her shoes, socks. I'm very much intrigued by the character, the hooded woman in this. Like I thought it was a nun.
Yeah, we're learning more. Yeah, we're learning more.
I thought it was a fucking nun in the beginning, the first time we watched it, and now I'm starting to find out it's like an old hooded woman with glasses on. Like it's very weird.
Or is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we're going with it, but
yeah. B-Show, they're setting the table here a little bit more, letting us know that there is obviously a woman who is killing people or attacking people, and it's terrorizing this town somewhere in a country. We don't even know the country.
Yeah, and I've got some opinions. I don't want to say them in case it is a spoiler eventually about this movie. So, and again, I'm trying to take that critical lens off and just enjoy it because it does look very fascinating. And of course, it's neon, so it's going to be shot well. But yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued
for sure. All right, let's let the rest of this run if we can.
Why did you bring us here?
You're here because your family belongs here.
That's a fucking weird way to put it. Oh, it feels so good.
I need you to come to me now, my angel.
Watch out!
did she want from me?
If I were you, I wouldn't want to get hurt even more.
Damn.
What is this coming out? Oh, wow, guys. I mean, B-Show. We're going to go right from Longlegs to this.
Fantastic. Fantastic. You know, there's something creepy, and I know we got some European people in the chat, so don't take this the wrong way. There's something creepy about that Udo Kier style accent, just delivered in that very deadpan way. Come here, my dear. Come here. I don't know if it's from like the Hammer films and shit, or whatever. But like, there's something about that every time I hear, he's like, "Oh, come a little closer, yeah." It's like, ugh, no, I'm gonna go as far away from you as I fucking can.
Do you mind if I touch you there?
Oh, just a little on the grundle, yeah.
Just a little bit. I fondle it. Shah, there's no way you're not seeing this in a theater, right?
I'm gonna try. I gotta give it to Neon, man. They're becoming the masters of trailers. They're giving away so much, but telling you nothing.
I don't know. We don't even know what country the movie.
They showed a lot of scenes. They did it with Longlegs too, but you just still walk into the movie completely clueless. You know, I think that's an art form on its own. Just releasing these trailers without telling you anything.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this. I like that it's kind of come on the backs of Longlegs, kind of, and then like it's gonna be that kind of conversation piece. We're gonna learn who that woman is, B-Show. We're gonna know what it is. It's gonna have a name. We're gonna
if it's one person.
That's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing too. It might not be. It might be a.
And then somebody looked possessed or infected by the end. Like, who is that?
Yeah.
Is this a?
Don't know. Is it a virus?
Confusing.
Is it a virus that they injected people to make them do that? Maybe
supernatural.
Maybe there's a whole town full of people just like that.
Yeah. Well, because the first time we saw it, I thought it was just like a crazy woman, like a serial killer just killing people.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to see like, oh, there's a backstory with a family involved and some kind of curse and
or
possibly
like a mental thing. Yeah, a mental thing.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
so,
I can't wait to see it. Yuji, hope your mom had a great birthday. Our friend over there, we got to wish his mom a happy birthday.
Husey. It's Husey.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm a dumb American. It's you. Say it again, Bisha.
Husey.
Husey. Well, Husey. I hope your mom had a happy birthday. And shout out to your mom for their birthday there. But I'm excited about this. Now we have two very different sort of films. That one of these I've heard a lot about, but I don't know dick about it. I tried to look it up, couldn't get a lot of information about it. I just saw the trailer for it again in front of the second showing of Longlegs. This is a movie called Strange Darlings. Now, I think this might be based on a true crime story. I don't know how much of. Oh, he's saying it's huge Z, like hugging mom and Z and zebra. Hugsy. We were all wrong, B-Show. He's saying it's Hugsy.
Dude, Husey, I've watched your channel, and your trademark is it's Husey Hello, I think, unless it's somebody else.
See that? Oh,
so if it's Hugsy, I apologize for making everybody feel like shit.
Hugsy, we're stupid.
Hugsy, there we go.
Hugsy. But Strange Darlings. Shah, before we get to the trailer, did you hear anything about this movie or read anything about this movie?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
Okay.
So I know very little about it.
Okay. And B-Show, you haven't heard or seen anything about it previously?
No, the only thing was probably before Longlegs, and it said like based on a true story.
Based on a true story.
Like an out west, it's basically out west in the desert states. Like there was a serial killer in the 70s or something like that.
Well, we're going to check this out now. It's called Strange Darlings. It is coming to theaters, and it looks great.
Do you have any idea the kind of risks a woman like me takes every time she agrees to have a little fun?
Never thought about it that way.
Of course you haven't. You're not a woman. You seem like a nice guy.
Now this is the boyfriend
The
from
real
Smile,
issue is
guys.
safety.
Okay. B-Show, we might want to drop the volume.
Like her
Volume's pretty
So I'm gonna have to ask you a question. Are you a serial killer?
What did you just say?
Oh, fuck. I know who that kid is.
Yeah, he's in a lot. Producer of Barbarian Late Night with the Devil. Look at this.
Kitty.
Oh,
Here, kitty.
Wow.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
What is he, Alf?
You must go in blind. We're going in blind.
No. Maybe I lied.
You know you asked for this, right?
This looks insane.
Should we stop it?
Yeah. Shah, this looks fucking insane, right?
Yeah, it looks good. It looks kind of like a mix between Maniac, the remake, and Revenge. I don't know if you ever seen Revenge, but
Everybody
kind
talks
of looks like a mix between those two.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it reminds me a little bit of what's that Oliver Stone serial killer movie that's like a fucking like watching on fucking Ritalin. What the fuck with Woody Harrelson and what the fuck is that called from the 90s?
Natural Born Killers?
Natural Born Killers. You don't think so? A little bit. Not as hyped up, not as Mountain Dew drinky as that is.
Yeah,
it's like hopped up on Mountain Dew. But I think this looks cool as fuck, B-Show. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm a closet fan of like true crime, even though it's become the thing.
It is.
So I like to see these movies that are based on like legit serial killers every once in a while when we have all this like fantastical shit like Longlegs going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Plus, again, just another movie shot well, decent color palettes, good cinematography.
Yeah. And it's hard to find out anything about this movie, guys. I'm just letting you know. I tried. I didn't want to go too deep because I don't want it ruined for me. But let's just wrap this one up because I think this looks like it could be a sleeper fucking hit here. One of the best surprises of the year.
How did I get so lucky tonight? I know it isn't true. No, it isn't true.
Gotcha. What the fuck was that?
Don't know. I don't know, man. I'm intrigued. What are you thinking there, Shah? I definitely want to know more about this movie.
Yeah, is this getting a theater run?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's coming to theaters. It was trailer before Longlegs, right, B?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good call, by the way. What is that thing? Can we freeze that possibly? It looks like
I'm trying to slow it down. Give me a sec.
Could be a devil, like a demon.
Yeah.
I don't know, Shah. I think this might. I mean, it says it's based on a true story, but again, I don't want to know. I don't want it ruined for me because they said it's one of the biggest surprises of the year. So I don't want to. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's like a devil. That's like a Satan thing, right?
I wonder if that's even like a big part of the movie, or if that's just like a.
It could be like the Oliver Stone thing, the cut scenes of like craziness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing looked cool though. I'll give them that. Kind of reminds me of like a much better version of the Insidious creature.
Yeah, it looks like a low budget thriller with a lot of violence. B-show, but also apparently the story is like the cleverest, the biggest surprise. I mean, I that's a lot to kind of live up to in a tagline.
Hugsy's got what I'm thinking. Will the ending be that she becomes a serial killer?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe she's the serial killer and like it's told from her perspective for the victim. And again, look, it's based on a true story. We don't know. Technically, Texas Chainsaw is based on a true story, guys. Take that with a grain of salt. But I will definitely go see this. I want to know the story. I don't want it ruined for me. And I have a movie pass. So I'm like, it's going to be something I'm going to check out. Now, lastly, this is a very different trailer. Earlier, when Shah said it doesn't look like anybody might be getting an Academy Award nomination, I think we found one. This is a creepy, weird, modern-day Elephant Man story starring Sebastian Stan, who most people know as the Winter Soldier. He also played Tommy Lee in that Pam Anderson Tommy Lee movie. He's done a lot of stuff. I think he played Donald Trump in a movie that's never going to be released. This is a crazy... I don't even know about... I just think this looks like one of these strange movies that always gets nominated for awards. It's called The Different Man. It is coming to theaters soon. It stars Sebastian Stan, and we're going to check it out now. Pay close attention to this trailer because it's got a very crazy story.
Sorry, this is the only one I didn't have a link for some reason.
Oh, I'm so really? Because this is getting pushed like the moon. Here we go. Sundance.
What's your name?
It's a Sundance. 824.
Hey, man. I know you. What's your name?
Edward.
Do you work for Facebook?
No,
Wow.
but I get this a lot.
Oh, hey, neighbor. People
Wow.
can be cruel, I imagine.
All unhappiness in life
comes from not accepting what is. You know what took me there? Lady Gaga.
This drug seems to have the potential to actually heal you. The implications are life-changing.
The face is falling off in clumps.
I'm sure it only looks like clumps to you.
Perhaps any potential risk is worth the reward?
Okay, let's pause it. This looks like the kind of movie shot that wins Academy Awards.
Yeah. Do you recognize that man from anywhere?
Yeah, he's Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. He's in a lot of shit.
No, the deformed version.
It's still him in the makeup.
No, that's a real person.
Is it a real person?
It's a real person. So that's the same person that was in Under the Skin.
Oh, that's right. Oh my
It's a real person.
He's a British guy.
His name is Adam Pearson. If you Google it, that's actually what he looks like in real life.
Oh
yes.
My fucking God.
Yeah, so it's not special effects. That's him.
Well, hold on. They did. It's not exactly what he looks like, but that
I mean a little bit, but you know.
Yeah, he plays himself. He has what a sad thing in that, huh?
Yeah, man, that's
holy shit, guys.
Hey, but he's got a career now, you know. Probably
in
in a movie that's going to get some renown.
So Sebastian Stan plays the after. Whoa, mind blown. Okay, let's back this up and finish.
I'm surprised you didn't pick up on that because
I didn't. I only saw him in that one movie, and it, All right, here we go.
He was Under the Skin.
The chat can't believe this either, dude.
Yeah, it's blowing people away. Okay, here we go. He gets the surgery, and now he's this handsome guy.
Edward, who didn't remember me? Oswald.
Hi.
Oh shit.
That guy's amazing. What do you know about him? Who is he?
Oh shit.
He's leading a double life.
I'm getting this feeling I've messed things up for you.
You know how we idealize people when we're in love?
So I'm the idolized version of Oswald?
It's kind of brilliant seeing you who looks like you, but you're not yourself.
Oh my God.
This looks amazing.
Let's all start being honest with ourselves, old friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, that movie looks like an emotional roller coaster where it's got funny parts, it's got parts that'll make you cry, it's all over the place, man. It does look like a mind fuck. Like I agree, it does look like one of those Donnie Darko type of movies.
But it looks so well done. You know what I mean?
Incredible.
Like smart.
But it's A24. They're not going to.
Oh my God! See, you thought A24 was out. You thought they were out.
No, I mean, I thought they were making more movies like this. I thought they were out of horror, because, and again, not out of horror, but they're just not producing as much as they used to.
This looks like they say the mindfuck B show of the year. So I assume Sebastian Stan has that, whatever it is, gets surgery, becomes really good looking, but then another guy who looks just like him becomes the coolest guy on earth without the surgery. And
I read it differently. I thought it was his other self for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being dumb about it. But
well, that's the thing. We don't know.
Okay.
That's why they call it a different man. Is it a different man? Is it the subconscious of him? Because this other person is living the life that he thought he would be living as the handsome guy after the surgery.
Which is fantastic because we've seen movies like this with this concept where like, oh, you've got everything you want. Like, okay, I'm going to drop a really goofy one that I love from the 80s, Teen Wolf, right?
Oh,
he's a loser and he's average and complains about his $8 haircut. Then he becomes a werewolf and everyone loves him, but they love the wolf. They don't love him. In this case, this guy becomes fucking a Maxim model or not Maxim. I'm dating
whatever.
myself
Yeah,
here.
he just becomes like a handsome, happy
GQ,
guy.
yeah. And then he's an asshole or people don't like him as much and they go toward the guy he used to look like. That's a complete fucking that was awesome.
I mean, Shah, is that what you take from? Because that's what I took from it. Is that somehow?
Yeah, I thought the same concept as you. Like a different man. This is a completely different person that just happens to look like him, and he kind of regrets making that decision. That's what I thought.
Which is unbelievable concept.
But we could be completely wrong. Like it could be
exactly.
Completely
like we don't know. I want to know. But Shah, this looks like the movie you get nominated for an Academy Award for.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
This is one of those movies.
Right, B Show. I'll make a prediction now. They both get nominated for Best Actor.
Yeah, I could see that happening. And I don't know, man. To come up with something like that and to find that actor that can fill that role and do this type of story differently in that way where he's confronted by his other self as opposed to just people liked me better before, it's fucking great, man.
Yeah, and it looks like we're supposed to laugh with it. We're not upset. We're not uncomfortable. You know, one of the things about The Whale, which for me, it's funny how much that left the lexicon. And of course, he did win the Academy Award, and it was well deserved. But one of the things was I understood people who saw it who felt unhappy and uncomfortable with it, because there's a part of it that made me very uncomfortable with it. Like, I loved it, but I never wanted to see it again. You know what I mean, Shah? Because it's hard, because that is the real life for a lot of people. This looks like it's not real life for a lot of people. It would be terrible if it was, but the person who it is not having a terrible life, you know?
Yeah. I recently watched The Elephant Man. You know, similar concept to this, but very different approach. Like, that's a sad fucking movie, dude. That's a brutally sad movie.
Just
probably David Lynch's most, I guess, quote unquote, normal film.
I don't know how normal. That movie kills my soul. It's black and white. It's violent.
But it's straightforward, though. There's no like mind fuck or this.
It's Academy Award movie. Yeah, that's Academy Award movie. You know.
But I think you're right. This is like the modern day Elephant Man. You know, with a different twist to it. But dude, A24, man, I keep saying it every week. I've been saying it for years, man. They're fucking just pumping them out.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Neon. They haven't put out bad shit. Like, I'm sorry, they just don't. They don't miss. Like,
yes. And you know, Chris Matthews says I like A24 is branching out, doing stuff like this. Marquis says this looks great. Hugsy is saying movies are great when they're done right. And we don't know about the ending, Slave Cheeks, but yeah, Chris Matthews and Joe Punches. This looks insane. I mean, like, does he go back? Does he figure out a way to go back to his? What if he figures out a way to go back to his old self and people still don't like him?
I got something. What if in the beginning of the movie they show how he turned to this? Like, maybe he got burned or something, like as a child. And what if he purposely like burns himself at the end to look like this again? Like, that would be something I would see.
We're gonna find out. I'm sure this is gonna be a high.
Dude, what if that's it? That would be fucked up.
Oh, it'd be insane. Be absolutely insane.
It's like a nightmare. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it's not meant to make you uncomfortable. It's meant to make you laugh. Dark comedy. You know, it's jokes. It's not. You know, no one's gonna be walking out crying. But yeah, Football Foley's saying it could happen. Look, we're gonna find out. I think we're gonna be probably talking about this movie, I think, down the road. But we're gonna head over to Patreon. We got a ton of shit to get to, and of course, consider going to patreon.com/Spitball Media. It's just $5, and of course, if you get in now, you get to be a part of the question and answer shows, which have been blowing the fuck up more and more every month. And we would love for you to be a part of that. We're so happy for the people that contribute to that, and it's just $5, not to mention the back catalog. Well over 1,000 hours of exclusive content and entertainment. But let's plug all the people that we're friends with, shall we? Let's plug Deathmatch Outlaws. Let's plug the Drew Yari Experiency, Cassette Classics 86 on YouTube, the Down Under Thundercast. We got Don Tony and Kevin Castle doing their show. We got our good friend Rich Dow doing his show. We of course got Wrestling Soup doing their show. We of course got the Necromaniacs. They might be doing Longlegs next week. So if you've seen the movie, they will do a very long, involved review where they will talk about the plot. I guarantee you there. They will talk about it. The Inhuman Experience podcast, and of course, Mojo and Dirk's Most Dastardly Show, The Gardan of Doom, and we have the Old Guy Metalcast, our good friend Ronald Anderson's clothing line, funkbetty.com. We have MJW Games. We have Cherry Jesus on YouTube and his band Kaiser. We also have the Red River podcast, our friend Sam's band Playing Dead. He's always putting out the hits there. The Bayou Geeks, Pate 316. And of course, the High Marks podcast, the Midnight Mass Creature Cast, Weekly Detour with Anthony Nelson and Teddy, and the Guns and Geeks podcast. Shah, anything on the Planet Mondo channel you want the kids to know about before they go to sleep?
Not necessarily on my channel, but next month I'll be going on the Disc Connected channel. I've been on there before. He's the guy that actually puts out the Physical Media Advocate. It's this magazine I designed the cover for it every month. Like, this is last month's.
Love it.
So it's actually going to be available. It's already available on like Amazon and other places, but he's got some big announcements about this. So I'll be going on his show. Nice. I think August 29th, I want to say.
Okay.
So all up to you guys.
All right, so people keep your eye out for that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for Planet Mondo. And, of course, be sure, Brian, anything on the channel?
I just put up that Longlegs review, which you can check out at bshowbrine.com. And I'm working on a tourist trap House of Wax that is turned out to be a little bit more interesting than I thought. So stay tuned.
Oh, okay. And of course, they got to hit that subscribe button for the B Show Brian channel. You got to hit the subscribe button for Spitball Media, people. We're talking about doing some changes as far as the YouTube presentation goes down the road, which only means more content, especially, for the people on the Patreon. We're always giving you guys more content. We're going to go to Patreon in like 5 minutes, bang out an extra show for you guys. And we're going to keep that link open for the rest of the week to the end of the month for the Q&A show. Had a blast hanging out with all you guys. Hope you had fun. Check out some great new movies. We'll see you next week on Spitball.